All right, let's move on to the 3A regional in our area, and we're talking about Bellmont.
Yes, we are.
One of the more, I have to say it's one of the more impressive performances of the season. I know you look at 21-7 against Lures, but to beat Lures in the playoffs, to go there against Austin Mack, against a really talented Bishop Lures team that has a lot of speed, has a lot of athleticism, and that one, the score wasn't indicative.
No, it was
not. I think of how it went.
No, definitely. And, the Pigskin Prophet from the New Sentinel mentioned it, and I saw it Friday, too, is...
He doesn't know anything.
No, he doesn't. No. And that's why we don't have him here.
Exactly.
Because he makes us look like geniuses, so maybe we should have him.
Well, but he'd make us look smaller. That's the thing. We look
Which
skinny.
maybe would be a benefit, too.
Yeah.
But, what they did with Austin Mack is they took a kid that for 11 weeks of the season was unstoppable, and they stopped him. And they made him pretty much a non-factor in a game. And if you would have asked me, could Bellmont do that? Could any team outside of Indy do that? I would say no. And Bellmont did it, and they were phenomenal at doing it. And were just, got penetration up front, just did not allow him to get in the ball in space, did not kick to him, as we mentioned before. Just a phenomenal game plan, phenomenal execution by Bellmont. And like I've been saying all year, the Bellmont Braves are amazing.
There you go. Larry Getz have a smile on his face. They do play the we don't get a lot of respect card, but I'll tell you what, we've been, since about week 5, 6, this has been a team that's been impressive, I think, every week. I don't know if a lot of people picked them to beat Bishop Lures, because that's a tough one to go on the road in the playoffs against Bishop Lures, but when you take a look at what they've got this week in West Lafayette, this is a West Lafayette team, 11-1. They went on a late touchdown last week, so they got some momentum. And quarterback Mikey Kidwell has been pretty good in the air, 26 of 38 passing for 255 yards. What do you need to do to slow that down? Because, a couple weeks ago they faced Concordia that likes to air it out.
Yeah.
They haven't faced a ton of air it out teams this year.
No, here's the concern, and Mikey Kidwell's thrown for like 32 touchdowns against 4 picks. I mean, the kid's been great for West Lafayette. Here's the concern. If Bishop Lures has Noah Wazinski last week, I'm not taking anything away from Bellmont's win, but it changes everything because the way of the quarterback he is, and they were to be able to go vertical. Jack Johnson just struggled getting the ball downfield. When they couldn't run, the ball was in his hands, and he was just not able to make enough plays for Lures. That does not happen if Noah Wazinski's the quarterback. He's able to make plays, find receivers downfield, move the ball vertically. That's exactly what Mikey Kidwell is going to do with West Lafayette. They have their premier quarterback behind center. Bishop Lures did not. So can Bellmont slow down a kid with such great skills at the quarterback spot? I really don't think that Bellmont has faced that true, pure passer that can beat them. They faced Andrew McCormick at East Noble, a good quarterback, a sophomore though, still growing in his role.
Klopfenstein was hurt when they played.
Did not play Klopfenstein. Now you face a quarterback in his prime, I think he's only a junior.
Really?
Kidwell's only a junior, I think. 32 touchdowns, has great receivers. Can Bellmont compete with that? And I think that's the next challenge for Bellmont, because a lot of us are going to say no, and they're going to say, we got to prove some more people wrong.
The weird thing about it is just how many offensive plays that West Lafayette gets to run, because I mentioned they threw it 38 times last week. They also rushed for 228 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of offense. That's a lot of possession. That's Chip Kelly style.
Yeah.
Getting in and out and moving the football and get as many snaps as you can. Belmont is the opposite.
Yes.
They grind it. They want the clock to run down because they feel like they can go 15 plays and score every time. How do those different tempos play? Because we talked about it last week. Lures played at a little bit of a different tempo. A lot of teams play at a different tempo than Belmont. But they're the ones that are ultimately successful.
Yeah, it was funny because the first play of the game, Bellmont runs a 68-yard touchdown. I think it was Caleb Hankinson that scored it. And the people were almost upset, the Bellmont people, because they're like, now we just got to give the ball back. Like, we want long drives. I mean, of course they want to score, but they want to eat up 6-7 minutes off the clock and then score. So they're like, one-play drives, this is horrible. Now we got to give them the ball. So you're right. Bellmont is just that team that just wants to play keep away and grind out 4, 5, 6 yards of play, and 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes off the clock, and then give the ball back, and then make you have to score and play catch-up with them. So now if West Lafayette's able to score quick and get defensive stops, I think that's the huge thing. A defense has to slow down Bellmont enough to not allow them to put those big drives together and score on them. So that, I think, is the big challenge, is West Lafayette's defense.
So that's your big – if you had to pick a winner in this game, who'd you pick?
Oh, Larry Getz is going to come after me, man.
Oh, really?
I'm taking West Lafayette because –
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I know. I'm not going
All
there.
this talk about how good Bellmont is, and then
I'm
you
not
pick
going
West
there again,
Lafayette.
Well, see, this is the thing. I picked the Lures last week in Bellmont, so Belmont's
they
like,
probably-
all right, they want us to pick.
want-
At
yes.
this point,
That's
what
good.
would they do if all of us picked Belmont and they're not going to be able to sit there and go, everybody's doubting us because now
That's
everybody's
true.
picking them.
The
They want
motivational
us.
factor of
so
Justin
yes, it's
Kinney.
reverse
Boom.
psychology. You want us to pick against Belmont, but I think it goes back to your facing a quarterback that they have not faced this year in terms of being able to push them vertically, and are they up for the challenge defensively? That's where this game is going to be won, the West Lafayette offense against that Belmont pass defense that I don't think has been challenged very much this year.
Okay.